time for the Dugout Crew. Brought to you by the David 3000 Network, MVG Productions, and the 25. And now, here is the Dugout Crew.
Ladies and gentlemen, play ball and batter up. Welcome to another episode of the Dugout Crew podcast, episode number 13, produced by our executive producer, Mr. David St. Dennis of the David 3000 channel. What's going on, everybody? How's it going? June the 20th, 2024, 3:01 p.m., ladies and gentlemen, the first day of summer. Got some bit of news, some sombering news. We're gonna kick this thing off on a somber note. And I figured David would appreciate this, and he recommended this. And so I said, okay. I said, we ought to do this anyways, because that's how it is. That's how it should be. As you know, earlier this week, Major League Baseball lost a legend. A legend nicknamed the Say Hey Kid. A young man who started his career in the Negro Leagues for the Birmingham Black Barons in 1948. And ended up in his major league career playing for the Giants from 1951, 1952, New York, and then San Francisco to 1954 to 1972. Ended his career with the New York Mets in 1972, 1973. And the highlights were 24-time All-Star, second tied with Stan Musial, second to Hank Aaron's 25. He was a World Series champion in 1954, a two-time National League MVP in 1954 and 1965, a National League Rookie of the Year in 1951, a 12-time Gold Glove Award winner, a Roberto Clemente from 1957 to 1968, a Roberto Clemente Award winner in 1971, and batting champion in 1954, a four-time home run leader in 1955, 62, 64, and 65, a four-time National League stolen base leader in 1956 to 1959. Hit 4 home runs in one game on April 30, 1961. Both his uniform number 24, excuse me. Sorry. Both his number 24 has been retired both by the Giants and the Mets. He's on the San Francisco Giants Wall of Fame. Major League Baseball All-Century team and All-Time team. Also, he has been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1979. The gentleman I'm speaking of is the Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays. Willie Mays' impact has also been famous for that over-the-shoulder catch. And people like Ken Griffey Jr. Idolized him, honored him by wearing the number 24. People like him, and Manny Ramirez wore the number 24 in his honor. And as we are reflecting, as we reflect on his the legacy of the legacy of Willie Mays, his impact will be forever felt in Major League Baseball. One of the best defensive outfielders, a five-tool player, and he will be missed. So normally we do this on Rant and Rave. We do 10 bell salutes. So I figured in honor, we'll keep that tradition going as we ask for a moment of silence, as we told Bell 10 times for the legacy of Willie Mays. Please. Silence, please. Thank you. Now on with the show, shall we? If you guys have any memories of Willie Mays that you want to talk about out there, I know a lot of us younger folks don't remember a whole lot, but if you study tapes, so if you have studied tapes of Willie Mays or something like that, or read about him, let us know in the comments where you think what do you think of Willie Mays and how much an impact he has on probably your teams, your favorite players, and the man's a legend, and he will be soon. He'll be totally missed. So condolences and prayers go out to the Willie Mays family. They had a baseball player in a character in Major League named after him, Willie Mays Hayes, played by Wesley Snipes in the first one. I think Omar Epps was in the sequel. So let's get going with the news that sent to me by our executive producer, Mr. David St. Dennis. Thank you, David, for the news once again. The Yankees are the first team to 50 wins. That's a big deal for the Yankees. We'll talk a little bit more on that series in a moment. Sterling Marte has 350 career stolen bases. 350. Dang it. Knock this monster. And MVT Productions, hello. The Red Sox. We're going to talk a little bit about, I'll talk about these guys in just a moment. They set a franchise record of 9 stolen bases versus the Yankees on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball. That was a fun deal. Oh, got some comments. Cypress, here for another episode. What's going on? How you doing, Cypress TV? Another episode while I run errands. Okay. Thank you very much there, Cypress, a.k.a. Tom Wells, a good friend of ours, good friend of the show. And Rangers Bruce Bochy moves into 9th all-time in injury and wins with 2,126. 9th all-time. That's pretty impressive. We got some serious injuries to the main teams, and I'll tell you one thing right now. This is not. Oh boy. I don't know where Jesse Ortiz is. Oh, by the way, Joey Acacia will not be with us again today. He is working once again, so I hope that Joey's gonna. Best of luck to you, Joey. So we miss you. Hope we come back next week. We shall see. Let's go with the injuries. Orioles pitcher Kyle Bradish will get Tommy John surgery with a right UCL sprain. Oh, that means the Orioles lose him. The Orioles are a young team. They're trying to climb in the playoffs once again, but they're going to have to do it without Kyle Bradish. That's going to be hurtful. And, oh, boy. And the Dodgers, they do so well, and then they had their $350 million dude. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is placed in the 15-day IL with a triceps tightness, has been diagnosed with a strained rotator cuff, but is not expected to be season-ending. That's a major bullet the Dodgers dodge. But I hate to say this, but without him, the Dodgers, and it makes it worse for the Dodgers. First place Dodgers, the Mookie Betts has a fracture in his left hand, but he won't need surgery though. It isn't season-ending. He will miss 68 weeks. That's a good thing that there won't be season-ending injuries. If it is, the Dodgers are going to be up the creek without a paddle, and Shohei Ohtani will be So there's that. Anthony Rizzo of the Yankees could miss 4 to 6 weeks with a fracture in his arm. The Blue Jays, whom the Red Sox just completed a sweep against, has placed Bo Bichette on the 10-day IL with a right calf strain. And the Astros, oh boy, I can imagine what Jesse Ortiz is probably pulling his hair out for this one. The Astros have placed pitcher Justin Verlander on the 15-day IL with neck discomfort. Yeah, boy. I think Kate Upton will have to play nurse again, if you know what I mean. Meanwhile, the transaction call-up updates, the Blue Jays have designated Daniel Vogelbach for assignment. Let's see, after a sweep by the Red Sox. Who knows? The Astros have released Jose Abreu. I don't know how wise that is for the Astros to do that, but when Jesse comes in, he'll let me know. The Blue Jays have transferred Joey Votto to the Florida Complex League on rehab assignment. It looks like Joey Votto's still hurt. And Late Yankees pitcher Garrett Cole will be the starting pitcher for the New York Yankees on Wednesday at Yankee Stadium, 7:05 p.m. Eastern Time against the Baltimore Orioles. The Blue Jays have called up their number 2 prospect, Orelvis Martinez. You have a feeling the Red Sox will turn the season around? Well, the way they've been playing, they might be. Rangers pitcher Max Scherzer will make his 2024 debut on Saturday, signing for the Rangers. And the Cubs have designated for assignment Yan Gomes. I wouldn't be surprised if the Red Sox will be looking for a veteran catcher or something like that. I don't know. But the Cubs signed Tomas Nido. In other words, Major League umpire Pat Hoberg disciplined for violating gambling rules. I'm starting to make I got a fishy feeling. There's something fishy. I knew there's something fishy going on with the umpires when they're making bad calls on purpose. Trust me. I think I know what's going on. I think I know what's going on. Maybe Pat Hoberg may have something to do with it. Probably why are you making the worst calls ever? Ticking off everybody. Why are you supposed to Angel? I got a feeling that there's something going on beyond one going why Angel Hernandez retired, besides making bad calls. There's something going on there. There's more than meets the eye here. This past weekend was the best attended weekend across the sport since 2008. Okay. MLB is tweaking its ABS experimentation. It's another at AAA. It's another indication when they bring it to the big leagues, it'll be a challenge system. Okay. And then at the top of the program, we talked about this. Willie Mays passed away at age 93. Again, my condolences and prayers go to Willie Mays, his family, friends and fans, colleagues, relatives, and it's been, like I said, it's been a long season. Could be a long season for. Hopefully, the Giants play well with them. I know CA Cougar is a big Giants fan, and I'm sure you probably have some stories to tell about Willie Mays if you ever met him or what does Millie? Even though a lot of you folks out there don't know. The younger folks, the younger generation don't know who Willie Mays is. Check him out as far as look him up, read some stories about him, tell him and if you're a baseball fan, tell me what he meant to you as a fan. So, yeah, Willie Mays, to me, is a legend. Was a legend. A legend that basically, like I said, turned the sport around. People like King Griffey Jr. possibly look up to him. Probably that's why most of the outfielders still wear number 24 in his honor. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of outfielders. I know Manny Ramirez wore 24 because Willie Mays was also a good power hitter as well. Like I mentioned, some of his accomplishments at the top of the program. And believe me, that's so that is a huge deal. Let's check out I'm going to talk about the Red Sox here because it's amazing about what the Sox are able to do. And this amazes me how the Red Sox are really started turning the page. The main concern is after the White Sox, after splitting the series against the White Sox, you would think the tough test is going to come against Philly and New York. Coming to Fenway Park, and Red Sox struggled at home in Fenway Park. Well, Red Sox, the Phillies beat the Red Sox this past Tuesday. Not yesterday, but not this past Tuesday, but last week. We're going to talk about last week. Tuesday, June the 11th, Phillies beat the Red Sox 4-1. But the Red Sox took the next 2 games against the Phillies. And that's a huge deal because the Phillies are the National League East leaders. Meanwhile, the Yankees, like David had mentioned at the top of the program, I mentioned at the top of the program from our news that David gave me, the first team to reach 50 wins. They beat the Red Sox 8-1 this past Friday, June the 14th, Flag Day. And then they took the next 2 at Fenway, over the weekend, over this past weekend, 8-4. And then to Sunday's game 9-3, where they stole 9 bases, a franchise record. I mean, the Red Sox, let me talk about the Red Sox for just a moment. They have, over the years, as you know, and I think Lou Merlone says something like, I think they have not led the league in stolen bases since 19 35. They never lead. They were not known for their speed on the base paths. All right. And right now, they can't hit for power. They lose Trevor Story. You still lose. You still without Trevor Tristan Casas, who can hit for power. So Red Sox had to play a little bit of small ball and everything else. And when they basically are leading the league in stolen bases right now with 72, I believe, unless they stole a couple more. But they were wreaking havoc on the base paths. I mean, Jaron Duran, I think he got that trend going because Jaron Duran has got some serious set of wheels. I believe Damon Hamilton, the rookie shortstop for the Sox as well, has been a terror on the base paths for sure. But then you got the Blue Jays, walking the Blue Jays Rogers Center, and ironically, they each held now the sweep against. They swept the Blue Jays. Sorry, Andrew Hawking, about this. They each held the Blue Jays each game for 3 runs apiece, and that's amazing. And 7-3, 4-3, and 7-3. And then you got the Reds coming in. We're going to Cincinnati to face the Reds tomorrow night at 7:10 p.m. That's Kevin Henry's Reds. Just to let you know, Kevin Henry, if you're watching this, shout out to you, my friend. The Reds coming in. We got the Reds 7:10 p.m. Saturday 4:10 p.m. and Sunday 1:40 p.m. So 1:40 afternoon, and then going back to Fenway, face those same Blue Jays. End of the June. So in June 7:10 each the game Monday through Wednesday, and then Thursday the Red Sox have up, and then the Padres will be visiting. Hopefully we see Don Orsillo. They're probably going to drop by, say hi. Hopefully the Red Sox front office can be more cordial to him, because they were, especially Nesson, there were a bunch of jerks to Orsillo having him out. The Padres will be into a 3-game series over the weekend, 7:10, 4:10, and 1:35 p.m. And the Red Sox will go up against the Marlins to kick off July, and then the Yankees once again. In fact, this Thursday, Independence Day, July 4th, they'll face the Marlins at 1:10 p.m. And then I'll probably do a live react. By the time Dugout Crew podcast starts, the game will probably end or be close to ending. Then you got the Yankees coming in for a weekend series, and then Oakland will be come to visit us to kick off July. And it's unbelievable, right? And so let me let's see. I always try to in stolen bases. Okay, now we're getting legally in stolen bases. Now I'm trying to find out. We all know Ricky Henderson's legally. I'm trying to say the team lead. All right. What the bleep? Okay. Team as a team. All right. The Red Sox right now, as of today, lead the league in American League in stolen bases with 76, 10 from Ceddanne Rafaela. 76 stolen bases. Now the Red Sox right now, like I said, we never know these guys are known for their speed. And I'll tell you one thing: if they cause a lot of havoc on the base paths, a little bit more, they'll probably steal more bases than Vince Coleman had. Vince Coleman had 110 stolen bases one time and another. I'll tell you one thing: who's the base running coach for that team? Ricky Henderson. My goodness, Red Sox have been running amok in the stolen base department. Let me tell you. Let's see if I get any notes from. I sent him. I sent him a StreamYard, and Hope I sent them the right StreamYard. Let me try it again. Let me see. Did I send? Yeah, I'm hoping I sent Jesse the right StreamYard, dude. Yeah, I did. I did right. Okay, I sent him the right link. Where are you, Jess? Gonna need you, buddy. I don't know what is up, and mm, mm, mm. So yeah, I haven't heard. Oh, nope. Shoot. It has been an epic week for the Red Sox. It has been an epic week for the Red Sox, seriously. And it's like an epic week for New England sports. And I gotta tell you, as you know, the Celtics are like I said, we talk about all sports here besides baseball, and like I said, the Celtics have been doing phenomenal, and just they just won the a championship. Hopefully, that gives our New England sports team some hope. I mean, remember, the Celtics have been the first team to win a championship in the post-pandemic era, as we all know. And the Red Sox are turning things around, and I'm hoping all the other major league teams. Let's check the standings. There we go. Let's check the standings. I can have an idea. Let's check the standings, man. Let's see. Standings. Everybody talks about what in the heck is going on. Shoot. All right. Standings go a little bit like this, folks. As a result, Yankees are 51-25, 1.5 games ahead of the second place Baltimore Orioles. Meanwhile, the Red Sox are 40-35, over 5 games over 500, 10.5 out. The Rays, 15. Rays and Blue Jays tie for fourth place, both each 35-39, 15 games out. In American League Central, the Guardians, 45-26 in first place over the Minnesota Twins. 41-33, 5.5 out. The Royals in third place, 41-34, 6 out. Tigers, 34-40, 12.5 out. And the Chicago White Sox at 20-55, 27 games out. American League West, the Mariners, 44-32 in first place by 9 games over the Houston Astros and the defending World Series champ Texas Rangers, both at 34-40. Also 9 games out, both teams. The Angels are 29-45, 14 games out, and the Oakland Athletics are 28-48, 16 games out first. Up now standings. Let's go to the National League. The Philadelphia Phillies, 49-25, ahead by 7 games over the Atlanta Braves. The Nationals are in third place at 41-31. The Nationals are at 36-37, 12.5 out. And the Mets are 35-38, 13.5 out. The Marlins at 25-49, 24 games out. And the National League Central, the Brewers are 44-30, 7 games ahead of the second place Cardinals, St. Louis Cardinals at 36-37. And the Pittsburgh Pirates in third place, 36-38 with 8 games out. The Cubs, 36-39, 8.5 out. And the last place Reds, who the Red Sox will be facing over the weekend, 9 games out at 35-39. Meanwhile, the National League West, the Dodgers, despite the injuries to Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Mookie Betts, at 46-30, first place ahead of the San Diego Padres at 38-40 with 9 games out. The Diamondbacks, the defending National League champs, at 36-38 with 9 games out. The San Francisco Giants, 36-39 with 9.5 out. And the Colorado Rockies at 26-48, 19.5 out. And let's talk about the wild card standings. And we're going to do that right now. See where we at with the wild card. So a little load up here. We're ready to go. All right. As you know, the wild card, the first 3 positions, Baltimore is ahead in that at 48-25. The Minnesota Twins 41-33. The Kansas City Royals 41-34. The Red Sox are with them coming on strong. One game out of the wild card position. Then followed by Tampa Bay, Toronto, Detroit, Houston, Texas, LA, Oakland, and Chicago. So let's go to the National League. As you know, Philly, Dodgers, and the Brewers are leading in their divisions, while the Braves are ahead. The Braves, St. Louis, and the Washington Nationals are ahead in the first three positions of the wild card, while San Diego, Arizona, and Pittsburgh half game out of that. Chicago, San Fran, and New York Mets one full game out. And so, now, despite the fact being in last place in their division, Cincinnati Reds are 1.5 games out of the wild card race. Meanwhile, Colorado and Miami 10.5, 11.5 out. Unbelievable, right? Let me tell you, it's so. Let's see. And it's unbelievable how, like I said, the Red Sox have been playing a great baseball, and I got to say, and I'm going to admit this right now, I'm telling you, the Red Sox do need to step up, despite all the injuries that have been happening. Listen, they've one game out of the wild card race. That's a huge deal. So I'm kind of hoping that the Red Sox can keep this thing going. I know Cincinnati in last place. We cannot underestimate one thing that we know for sure, that even though some of these teams are in last place, they can play spoiler at any time. At any time. And believe me, I know this for a fact. The Red Sox could underestimate a team like Cincinnati or a Marlins team or a White Sox team. Any last place team, don't underestimate them, even though they're in last place. I know the Red Sox swept the Blue Jays. They're in last place, type of fourth place. But you just got to keep playing. Keep playing the game. Don't keep your foot off the keep your foot on the gas, and basically just keep going. Just go right on through, man. Let's go right on through and keep playing. The Red Sox have been doing exactly that, even though they decided to play against tough teams like Philadelphia and the Phillies and the Yankees. I mean, what they did to the Yankees this past Sunday night, it amazes me. Like they took advantage of their catcher's inability to gun down base runners. Catch them out. Some you don't have those catchers with cannon arms no more. Like an Ivan Rodriguez. Now Pudge Rodriguez, that guy can gun down anybody. If you goof up, you're a dead duck going to second base or third or even going home. So some of the best catchers out there, you wing them, you better jump ahead of the pitcher, and sometimes even pickoff attempts. In fact, there was one pickoff attempt happened yesterday, and the Blue Jays botched it up and ended up going to second base. I think it was, I think it was Dominic Smith. So even the slowest of all runners are taking advantage of the situation. But like I said, the Red Sox steal the franchise record 9 stolen bases, and they lead the league with 76 as a team with 76 stolen bases. I'm telling you, and a lot of people say, they should start playing some more small ball, manufacture runs, and I think they're doing that because they can't depend on the long ball. You can't depend on the big fly long enough. You know what I'm saying? It is amazing how, the Red Sox just, do things, and it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how it's done, and it is something. So, it is something. Let me tell you, it's amazing how, something's wrong with this fingerprint sensor. I'm trying to look up stuff on my phone, and And so there we go. Let's see what I can find out. Find out here. What do you guys want to know? We talked about Savannah Bananas the other day. I thought those guys were hilarious. Those guys, some of the rules they made were hilarious. I know my friend Anthony Hardy does. He was like me. I make up players, like wrestlers and all that. Big league slugger baseball. That's a huge deal. I sure like to have a game where you can make your own teams, your own players, and just put them in the game or something like that. That'd be really cool. Have a game like that. And Big League Slugger Baseball, they should do an upgrade of that game and put it on the Nintendo Switch. In my personal opinion, change the stats. You can make up your own stats. How many home runs the player hits? That. That'd be really cool. And it'll be a whole lot of fun. Let's see what I can. Let's see. I usually. Let's see. Who can I talk? Which team can I talk about? Let's see. What can I do? I'm by myself, guys. I do apologize. I know I'm doing great. Thank you very much, Tom, about that. Appreciate that. Being a host isn't easy, but I'm doing the best I can with it, what I got. Sometimes, you look at your situation and go, okay, how do I go about this? I'm trying to think of what to talk about here. It's all about baseball. And as you know, like I said, well, let's see. Should I talk about Willie Mays? I think I should, because I think I should talk. We're dedicating this episode to Willie Mays, so let's do that. Let's keep on talking about Willie Mays. I think a lot of people should know who he is. Okay. Go on Wikipedia to talk about him a little bit. Widely regarded as one of the greatest players of all time, Mays was a 5'2" player, began his career in the Negro Leagues for the Birmingham Black Barons, spent the rest of his career in the National League. Never went to an American League team. If Willie Mays did go to an American League team, which he would go to. Now, I think back then Boston was a racist city back then, and they probably didn't take him. Probably the Yankees maybe would have picked up Willie Mays, and that would have been. But born in Westfield, Alabama, Palo Alto, California, he died, and the stats are 3.1 career batting average, 3,293 hits, 660 home runs, 1,909 runs batted in, 339 stolen bases. Those are great numbers. He was the first ballot Hall of Famer back in 1979. So an early season trade Mets and the 1973 World Series. 1973 World Series. Oakland beat the Mets. So, second trip to the World Series. He retired and served as a coach for the rest of the decade before rejoining the Giants. 25 tied up. He rejoined the Giants as a special assistant. Silent stream. Sorry about that, man. And sometimes you got to figure out. I thought my headphones broke. Oh, sorry about that, Tom. So, 24-time All-Star, tied him for the second most in history, like I said, behind Hank Aaron. Slugging percent, led the National League in home runs 4 times, slugging percentage 5 times, while batting over 300, posting 100 runs batted in 10 times each. Mays was also a forefront of resurgence of speed as an offensive weapon. Leading the league, stolen bases 4 times, triples 3 times, runs twice. His 179 steals during the decade topped the major leagues. He was the first National League player to hit 30 home runs and steal 30 bases in the same season. 30-30. First player in history to reach both 300 home runs and 300 stolen bases. 300 club, huh? And the first right-handed hitter to hit 600 home runs. Mays also sets the standards for defensive brilliance, winning 12 consecutive Gold Gloves after their creation in 1957, still a record for outfielders, has led NS National League center fielders in double plays 5 times, assists 3 times. A classic example of a 5-2 player, Mays finished his career with a batting average of 302. It was my headphones. Oh, get a new set, Tom. Get a new headphone set, Tom. Just added it. Okay, smart. Anyways, batting average of 302. Time of his retirement, he led the National League for career runs record, career runs scored at 2,062 and ranked second in league history behind Stan the Man Musial in games played, 2,992, third in home runs, 660, at bats, 10,881, runs batted in, 1,903, total bases, 6,066, extra base hits, 1,323, walks, 1,464, fourth in hits, 3,293, fifth in slugging percentage at 5.557, eighth in doubles at 523. It's 140 triples, ranked fourth among players active after 1945. He holds major league records for games as a center fielder, 2,829, putouts as an outfielder, 7,095, and extra inning home runs, 22. And ended his career behind only Ty Cobb in total games as an outfielder at 2,842, ranking 7th in assists of 188, third in double plays of 59 in center field. Like I said, first year of eligibility, Hall of Fame, first ballot, and was named. And President Obama in 2015 awarded him the presidential Medal of Freedom in 2015. So, it's fun. All right. Now here's an interesting. His father, Cat Mays, was a talented baseball player with a black team at the local iron plant in Westfield, Alabama. Annie Satterwhite, his mother, was a gifted high school basketball and track star. To his family and close friends, later to his teammates, Mays was affectionately referred to as Buck. His parents never married and separated when Mays was 3. His father and 2 aunts, Sarah and Ernestine, raised him. Sarah took young Willie to an African Methodist Episcopal church every Sunday. Cat Mays worked as a railway porter and later in the steel mills in Westfield. Cat exposed Willie to baseball at an early age, playing catch with him at 5, allowing him to sit on the bench with his Birmingham Industrial League team at 10. His favorite baseball player growing up was Joe DiMaggio. Other favorites were Ted Williams and Stan Musial. Mays played several sports at Fairfield Industrial High School. On the basketball team, he led players at an all-black high schools in Jefferson County in scoring. Mays played quarterback, fullback, and punter for the football team. Though he turned 18 in 1949, Mays did not graduate from Fairfield until 1950, which journalist Alan Barrett calls a minor mystery in Willie's life. Well, back then, a lot of black folks had it pretty rough up there. You know what I mean? And my heart goes out to them. Mays' professional baseball career began in 1948 when he played briefly during the summer with the Chattanooga Choo-Choos, a Negro minor league team. Later that year, Mays joined the Birmingham Black Barons of Negro American League, or known as Buck. Wow, this is interesting. The Black Barons were managed by Piper Davis, a teammate of Mays' father on the industrial team. Hey, Purple Goblin, how you doing, man? We're just talking about the history of the late, great Baseball Hall of Famer, Willie Mays. If you guys are just tuning in right now, I'm just trying to, and when Fairfield Industrial Principal E.T. Oliver threatened to suspend Mays for playing professional baseball, which I think is really stupid. Davis and Mays father worked out an agreement. Mays can only play home games for the Black Barons. In return, he can still play for high school football. Mays helped Birmingham advance to the 1948 Negro World Series once they lost 4-1 to the Homestead Grays. He hit 262 for the season and stood out because of excellent fielding and base running. Several teams, major league teams were interested in signing Mays, but they had to wait till he graduated high school to offer him the contract. Boston Braves and Brooklyn Dodgers both scouted him. Oh, there was a Major League Baseball. I'm trying to get to that. There was a Major League Baseball back then, but at the time it was separate, and until Jackie Robinson came into the Major League Baseball league, didn't allow any black players there, which I think was really stupid because got a lot of talented players that could really make it to the World Series and could make it in the major leagues. But the New York Giants scout Eddie Montague signed him to a $4,000 contract. May spent the rest of 1950 with the Class B Trenton Giants in the Interstate League, batting .353. Promoted to the AAA Minneapolis Millers in the American Association, where he batted .477 in 5 games. And then he went to the Giants. And let's see. The Polo Grounds back then, horseshoe shape. Mays appeared in his first Major League game in May 25th against Philadelphia Phillies, batting third. No hits in the first 12 at bats, but his 13th. He hit a home run off Warren Spahn, one of the best left-handed pitchers for the Phillies. And Mays went hitless, dropped into 8th, tried to pull the ball, just make contact. This was one of the next 4 hits. Rookie of the year. Giants the Giants is dead. Giants went 14-8. And here's the crazy part. During the pennant race, Mays' fielding and strong throwing arm were instrumental in several important Giants victories. Mays was on the on-deck circle on October 3rd when Bobby Thompson hit a 3-run homer to win the 3-game NL tiebreaker series 2-1. And then the Giants met the Yankees, and boyhood favorite of Mays, Joe DiMaggio. They lost in 6 games, and this is the first time ever in Game 1, Mays, Hank Thompson, and Monty Irvin composed the first all-black outfield in Major League history. And, yep. In Game 5, he hit a consequential fly ball, which DiMaggio and Yankee rookie Mickey Mantle pursued. As DiMaggio called Mantle off, the younger Yankee got his cleat stuck in an open drain pipe, suffering a knee injury that will affect him the rest of his career. Wow. And after the 51 season, he was drafted to the U.S. Army. So we want to thank Willie Mays for his service. He left to join the Army. He played the first few weeks to join the Korean War. Before reporting. He reported to Fort Eustis in Virginia, where they had the Fort Eustis Wheels military baseball team, and against other major and minor leaguers, as well as serving as athletics instructor for the physical training department. It was at Fort Eustis that Mays learned. Makes sense. Larry Bird hurt himself during yard work. He was never the same again. Mays learned the basket catch from fellow Fort Eustis outfielder Al Fortunato. Mays, by his own estimation, played 100 games for the Wheels, missed about 775 games for the Giants because of the military service. Mays' time playing for the Wheels ended on July 28, 1953, as he chipped a bone in his left foot while sliding to third base, necessitating a 6-week stint in the cast. Discharged March 1st. He reported. So the catch. We got to talk about the catch that Vic Wertz in Game 1 of 1954 World Series. And Mays started really getting the long ball going. Home run off of Carl Erskine, batted .250 in the first 20 games. DeRocher moved him to third to fifth in the batting order, and again encouraged him to stop attempting to pull the ball, try to get hits to right field. Mays changed his batting stance, stood straighter at the plate, keeping his feet closer together, and credited these adjustments to improving his batting average. Batted .450 with 25 RBIs next 20 games. In June 26th, the inside park home run and a 6-2 victory over the Chicago Cubs. Mays was selected for the NL All-Star team. He would be part of 24 straight All-Star teams for over 20 seasons. 24 straight. Unbelievable. He became the first player to hit 30 home runs before the All-Star game. The first player in Major League history to hit 30 home runs before the All-Star game. He had 36. He had 36 home runs for 28. But around that time, DeRosa asked him to stop trying to hit them, but explained the team wanted him to reach more base more often. Mays hit only 5 home runs after, but upped his batting average from 326 to 345 to win the team's first batting title since Bill Terry's in 1930, hitting 21 home runs. Mays won the Most Valuable Player Award and Hickok Belt. I'm going to find out what that is. I never heard of that. Professional Athlete of the Year Award. Aha. Named after S. Ray Hickok. What a name. Anyways, the Giants won the pennant, and then in 1954, World Series, sweeping the Cleveland Indians at the time, 4 games. Now, the 1954 series, professional best remember for the catch, an over-the-shoulder running grab by Mays off a long drive off the bat of Vic Wertz, about 425 feet, 130 meters from the home plate at the Polo Grounds during the 8th inning in Game 1. The catch prevented 2 Indians runs from scoring, preserving a tie game. The catch transcended baseball, Barrow wrote. And Larry Schwartz of ESPN said, of all the catches Mays has made, it was regarded as his greatest. Mays didn't even look at the ball the last 23 as he ran. Seeing later, he realized he had to keep running as he was going to get the ball. The Giants won the game in the 10th inning on a 3-run home run by Dusty Rhodes. Not that Dusty Rhodes, mind you. Not that Dusty Rhodes, okay? Just to let you know, there was James Lamar Dusty Rhodes. So, and I tell you what, so he started here's the deal. Leo DeRocher. Oh boy. Okay, Tom. The American Dream. Not the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Trust me. I wonder if he got that name after that baseball player. He must be a baseball fan. I don't know. Virgil Runnels. That was his real name, but and it ain't the same Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes played baseball? I don't know. That'd be really weird. He added base stealing to his talents and upping his total from 8 to 24, from 54 to 55. Middle of May, DeRocher asked him to try for more home runs. He asked him to stop hitting home runs. Now, let's try to get some more home runs. Make up your mind, Skip. What do you want me to do? Home runs or not? We want me to hit the ball? So, Mays led the league with 51, but finished 4th in MLB voting. 659 slugging percentage led the league. Batted 319 as the Giants finished 3rd. During the last game of the season, DeRocher, who had supported Mays since his career had begun, told him he will not be returning as Giants manager. When Mays responded, but Mr. Leo, is it going to be different with you gone? We won't be here to help you. Won't me? But DeRocher told his star, Willie Mays doesn't need help from anybody. And Bill Rigney was new manager who publicly criticized him, but center fielder grew particularly annoyed after Rigney fined him for not running to first base on a pop fly that was caught by the catcher. He hit 36 home runs and stole a career-high 40 bases, becoming the second player to join the 33 club. Though his RBIs and batting average were his lowest for nearly a decade, Barra observed that Willie Mays was still the best all-around player in the National League. The relationship between Mays and Rigney improved in 1957. Rigney stopped giving Mays much direction and trusted his star player's ability and instinct. In his 2010 authorized biography of Mays, James S. Hirsch wrote Mays had one of the most exhilarating excursions on April 21st. In the game against the Phillies, Mays reached second base on an error, scored the winning run on a Hank Sauer single, all on plays close enough that he had to slide to make each one. So, I would read and then the move to, I want to go to the move of San Francisco, where Rigney wanted Mays to challenge Babe Ruth's record of 60 home runs in a season. Consequently, Rigney did not play Mays much in spring training, hoping to use his best hitter every day of the regular season. As he had in 1954, Mays vied by the NL National League batting title until the final game of the season. Moved the leadoff, increased his stats. Mays here, and Horace Stoneham made Mays the highest player in baseball with a $75,000 contract in 1959. For a serious injury, a collision with Sammy White that resulted in spring training, 35 stitches in his leg. But he was ready to start the season, and Mays broke a finger and kept it a secret to prevent opposing pitchers from targeting it. And yeah, I think when they moved to Sale Stadium, Candlestick Park in 1960, and only hit 12 and tricky to find. And wow, this guy's got a great one of the greatest players, and knowing his knowledge of the sport. As we're 9 minutes left, some of the stuff I read about Willie Mays. Yeah, the Yankees, 50s and 60s were the Yankees dominant. They were dominant. That's why they were able to win all those 27 rings, because they were dominant back then. And but despite the Yankees being dominant in that decade alone, Willie Mays stood out in the National League as one of the best outfielders ever. And to me, being challenged to improve and everything else in between. To answer Purple Goblin's question, there was Major League Baseball back in then, but they were segregated back in the day. Segregation was a big thing back in the day, until Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier. And to me personally, if it had not been for Jackie Robinson, we wouldn't have legends like Hank Aaron and Willie Mays making an impact in the Major League Baseball. And all these other players too. When you come from Cuba, Dominican Republic, Japan, you see all these talented players coming in, having their dream of being a major league player. And Willie Mays, to me, has made a profound impact on the game. Like I said at the top of the program, Ken Griffey Jr. A lot of people would say that Ken Griffey Jr. reminds a lot of folks of Willie Mays. I remember Ken Griffey Jr. was a second-generation player. Was a second-generation player behind Ken Griffey Sr. It's Yogi Berra. Yogi Berra, not Yogi Bear. Oh my gosh, Tom. Oh my gosh. Yogi Berra. It's Y-O. You got the Yogi part. It's Berra, not Yogi Bear. Oh my gosh. Good Lord. Cypress has gone. Tom Wills has gone wild in this one, man. I mean, seriously. So yeah, and but Yogi Bear. Oh, good Lord, Tom. What am I gonna do with you, man? What am I gonna do with you? Got 6 minutes left, guys. And unbelievable. Well, I don't know about you. It looks like I've gone solo. I think I'm gonna play. I'm gonna be like Heath Slater and be the one-man band for today's show, man. I'm tell you. During this cartoon documentary, will you stop, Tom? It's Yogi Berra, not Yogi Bear. Oh my gosh! Look, I understand what you're trying to do, man. That's okay. I think that's funny though. They probably named him after the. They probably named the cartoon bear after the Yankee great. I mean, You know what's funny? You know what's hilarious? Major League 1 and 2. Willie Mays Hayes. Ironically, what they were trying to do with Willie Mays Hayes, that was what they tried to do with the original Willie Mays. Willie Mays tried to hit home runs. Nah, use your speed. Use what brought you to the dance. And basically, and the funniest part, Leo DeRocha couldn't make up his mind. Can you not hit home runs? Can you hit home runs? Let me just hit the ball. I'll see where it ends up. If it ends up over the field for a home run, over the fence for a home run, that's a home run. If it's a base hit and scores some runs, I'll do that. Like, do you want me to hit home runs? You want me to hit for and get hit for runs? I don't want to be a hero, you know. You got to hit the ball, you know. I'll just hit the ball and see where it ends up. If it ends up in an out, I'll just have to make the change and look at the defense. And no, Yogi Bear, Dusty Rhodes. Come on. It's Yogi Berra. Yogi Berra. Here's a fun. Imagine the Three Stooges played baseball. We know Abbott and Costello's who's on first routine. There's no doubt about it. That was the funniest routine of all. You know. No, Yogi. It's Yogi Berra. It's Yogi Berra. This is Yogi Berra. It's how it's spelled. Tom. Berra. Not Yogi Bear. Not the Hanna-Barbera Yogi Bear. You know that character Tom Thumb. Well, we got Tom Dumb. Oh, good Lord! I don't know. This is crazy. This is totally insane. Got 3 minutes left, folks. I gotta tell you, what a day! What a day this was. This was an epic week so far. Yeah, Willie Mays is to be missed. He, like I said, he made an impact in the Major League Baseball. Like I said, he'll be forever known as the Catch. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's a World Series champion. 24 straight All-Star appearances. That's how good the kid was. That's how good to say hey kid was. To say hey kid. It's amazing. Amazing. We have a lot of baseball legends. A lot of them have gone on. I mean, Hank Aaron's gone, Willie Mays is gone, Mickey Mantle, obviously, Joe DiMaggio, Ted Williams. Ted Williams. This looks spelled it wrong on Google. I'm going to have to report it. Oh my gosh, Tom, will you leave it alone? Will you leave Yogi Berra alone? I may be a Red Sox fan, but that's a Yankee legend, man. And he's dead. Leave it alone. Let it go. Let it go. I'm going to have to call you out and rant and rave tonight if I have to. I'm going to have to report it. Oh, my gosh. Folks, please ignore my friend Tom. No, only kidding. Tom, I love you, man. You're a good guy. We're about to end it right here. Episode 13 of Dugout Crew Podcast. I know, go Red Sox. They're playing against the Reds this weekend. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, to viewers, and I really apologize. I don't know where Jesse Ortiz went. I don't know if he had to work and all that. I know Joey Casey had to work. Hopefully, those 2 gentlemen will be back next week. Play Yankees legends like stole toilet paper. Will you stop? Okay, I'm trying to respect all the major league players. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of the Dugout Crew Podcast. I will see you guys later. Hopefully, Joey Casey and Jesse Ortiz will be back next week. And my apologies for them not showing up. It's sometimes circumstances has happened, and sometimes it happens beyond their control. But they're good. They're good guys. They'll be back next week. Do not fret. Hopefully, we can get something going here. So, my first time doing it solo. I'm a little bit nervous, but I kept it together, and I figured gotta talk about Willie Mays. So. Rest in peace, Willie Mays. Thank you for your contributions for Major League Baseball. I will see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful wonderful day, and hopefully your life hits you a home run. So long. Have a great and wonderful rest of your day. Be blessed.